Who get it like the King Hotel? Send a bunch of kids to the NFL. Who get it like the King Hotel? Send a bunch of kids to the NFL.
You're motherfucking right, yo, cause I'm a nigga for life. You're motherfucking right, yo, cause I'm a nigga for life.
Everybody keep asking me how I feel about this Jermaine Dupri, Jay-Z thing, him back doing Jermaine Dupri. I got two feelings on it. One is, yeah, it was a snake move. You know what I'm saying? But that's on Jermaine Dupri, thinking that Jay-Z is his man. And y'all got to know that everybody that you think is your friend is not your friend. This is the perfect example of it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was a crab move. It was a very, very, very crab move. Jermaine Dupri tells Jay-Z, oh, yo, the NFL is offering me this. You know what I'm saying? What you think? Man, don't do that. Don't do that. And then he go over there, yo, what y'all offered Jermaine Dupri? Yeah? What y'all was going to give him? Yeah, man, Jermaine Dupri ain't got the pull I got. You see all them dudes under me sucking my planters at the Rock Nation brunch? See how I got all these rappers around me? I got a bigger influence than Jermaine Dupri. Man, give me this and give me that, and I'll do it. Jermaine Dupri ain't been hot in years. You see, he started the So Def tour. It started in Atlanta and it ended in Atlanta. It didn't even go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. Remember the So Def 20th anniversary? What happened to it? They did one show and then the tour ain't go nowhere. And I ain't really trying to issue on Jermaine Dupri, but this is the other way I feel about it.
So, boom. Now the question I would have to ask right here is, where's your source? Or do you have receipts on that phone call and that conversation going that way? Because everyone else got it from Michael Thomas in his statement. This is our source.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I was a little inebriated also at the time, but I said something to the effect where, you know, JD, you know, caught a lot of flack for being a part of the NFL situation last year, and I said that something like Jay-Z made a phone call to Jermaine and told him not to do it. And I said that something like Jay-Z made a phone call to Jermaine and told him not to do it. Well, to be perfectly honest, I was a little inebriated also at the time.
You say he was high, y'all. Inebriated.
Now, I done produced shows with Jermaine Dupri when I was at BET. I done went to the office when he was at, I think he had an executive position at Sony. This is when he was with Janet Jackson, right? So I've been around this dude. He came to BET plenty of times. I know he know who I am. There's no question, no doubt about he knows who I am, right?
Just as you haven't heard me speak right now, right? I ain't say nothing while he was saying that, and that's exactly what happened with this. I didn't say anything, right? So, it's interesting how people just start taking Jermaine said. I never said anything, right? And it got to a point where it was like people was calling me TMZ, this person, that person, you know, do an interview. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to say anything because I didn't say nothing. So therefore, there's no need for me to say anything. And I thought that was going to go away, honestly. I thought me just not saying anything, you know, it's media, it's press. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. Right. Then Brat called me yesterday and said that they was doing a thing on Dish Nation, and she felt away. And when it starts affecting people within inside your circle, right? Because you don't say nothing, you gotta say something.
Shout out to the Brat and the Dish Network with my homeboy Ricky Smiley, Cross 10, Birmingham, Alabama, born and raised. Boom.
when they was getting ready to do the Social Death and the 20th anniversary tour, DJ Nabs, which you know is, I ain't gonna say he's a Social Death tour DJ, but he's a DJ that worked with Social Death, Criss Cross, and all those dudes for years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Nabs, that's my man. So, now DJ Nabs, you know, we work out in the same boxing gym. You know what I'm saying? So I come in the gym 3 days a week. I see Jermaine Dupri in there. Every time I see him, he don't speak. He never speak to me. And it's like, dude, you know who I am, but I know he don't speak to me because of Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? This goal goes along with the same blackballing bullshit with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? People feel like, yo, oh, I can't talk to him. He be talking about Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the gym with this dude 3 days a week. And he never say what's up to me. I say what's up to him. He don't talk to me. Like, I don't know what's up with Jermaine Dupri. Now, if you was talking to me and you would have built a rapport with me, you would have knew that dude was a crab. You know what I'm saying? I might have schooled you on a few things. I might have been the one to tell you, yo, if you're going to do something like that, that's not the nigga you want to tell.
Welcome to Atlanta Sightseeing. Please take your seat and keep your hands and feet inside the railing at all times.
Ma'am, in this brochure it says this tour is crunk. What does that mean?
Welcome to Atlanta, hammers and bows, back to the mackin' and the clothes, adolescents packing a knock on the door. Who is it? I was happy to know, the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, I suppose. JD in the rolls and Luda's in the cut supreme.
Each person in the world has their own opinion and how they feel and what they do things, right?
Right.
As he mentioned, yeah, people in my own city, the city of Atlanta, and the people that's listening, people was dogging me out, tearing my name apart for throwing concerts in Centennial Park.
Leading up to the Super Bowl.
Not the Super Bowl.
Right.
Not halftime, not anything. People were around here going 8 on me, right?
Right.
So he and I had a conversation about that, and the conversation we had was just, I was like, well, I just want to see where this is going, because, you know, I had people on radio stations that I never even knew was doing radio shows just going crazy on me, like, you know, these like podcasts or something like that. And it was a situation where I met with parents, the parents of kids who have been victims of police brutality, right? So I met with them, and it was like the first time that I had ever done anything like this, where I was going to have a meeting with these people. So first of all, I heard my son from New York. He got on he did something on his Instagram where he was dissing me, and it's like, yo, Jermaine, and he basically said that and I kind of said, I think in a press something when I was doing the Super Bowl thing, that I was basically trying to do action. Right. Same thing Jay-Z just basically said on the clip. Like, I was putting my mouth in action. You know what I'm saying? So I said I would meet with these people and have them come to Centennial Olympic Park. We'll do something, whatever, to try to raise awareness to what's going on.
Right.
So I took this meeting with the families. During this meeting, the families was very, very upset at me.
Really?
Really, really upset. And this stuff that people, I mean, it's on my Instagram, and like not no secret or nothing like that.
Right.
These people were going crazy on me. I'm the only person sitting in these meetings, by the way. So before the meeting, I felt like it was going to be a lot of tension. So I flew my son down here from New York, and I had him go with me to the meeting. During the meeting, one of the parents, the mothers, she started to speak. And when she spoke, she told me that I was taking blood money. She said, Jermaine, you're taking blood money. And it hit really, really hard. Like, it was really like a damn moment. Like, wow, right?
Right. But you want to be so high sedity, like, you ain't no regular dude like me. That's why I get along with the other dudes from Atlanta more, because they more grounded. You still acting Hollywood. And this is what you get. You got your ass burnt by a nigga you thought was a real one. You know what I'm saying? And he burnt you. You went and told him your business, and he burnt you. That's why I don't feel sorry for you.
I was catching so much flack from just trying to do something for Atlanta.
Right.
That I started to back out. Right. I started, as they asked me to do things more and more that said NFL, I would start saying, I'm in the studio. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I would do as much as I could do for what was going on with the Centennial Olympic Park, but I was kind of like, hey, right? So, long story short, Hov called me when he saw this clip, right? And he called me and we talked about the clip. The reason I came up here today is to just make sure that I let everybody know he never told me don't do what I was doing.
Okay.
Right? And I think that that's the part that I see Flex said, confirmation, everybody, like, you know, when I tell people that he and I spoke,
right,
they run with that.
That's the only reason I don't feel sorry for you. Like, how do you come into a gym and even if you didn't know me, and I was just another person in the gym working out, like, your nose is so up in the air, you feeling yourself so much that you can't say what's up to me? And I say what's up to you? Like, you can't just hold a general conversation, acting all bougie? You got burnt by him. Now you go right over to the On the Run Tour 2 concert and sit down with this dude and tell the singer your business. They don't even invite you to the Rock Nation brunch. JD, they don't even invite you there. And you sit there and idolize this dude and tell him your business, and he backdoored you.
If you live in this city, you know how deep I was in with what was going on. I went to Wall Street and rung the bell with Roger Goodell and the mayor of the city.
Right.
I was in the mix. Right. I had conversations with the NFL, Killer Mike, Prime Michael Cox, the city of Atlanta, about social justice. We had these town hall meetings that people of around here, if you know, you was invited to go to, right?
Exactly.
So therefore, I want people to understand that, you know, I think people feel like, because I was in the mix, I could have been more part of what was happening, as opposed to it being a straight no. Because I never, as many people were saying, don't do it, I never stopped doing what I was doing, right? So if anybody thinks that's what happened, no. What did happen was I was catching so much pressure from my community. I'd never seen this before, and I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to try to give Atlanta a week of free concerts in Centennial Park. And I got all this other stuff coming along with it. And with that being said, that's the gist of the whole thing.
Just like he told Travis Scott, oh, don't perform. And told all these other dudes, don't perform. And then he going to do business with them. That's what you get, brother. So I don't feel sorry for you. But yes, it was some sucker-ish that he did. It was sucker-ish to the fullest. Anybody out here that's saying, oh, nah, this, that, and other, those are the people that's on Jay-Z's planet. Anybody that's defending him for what he did to JD, y'all just on his planet. There's no sugarcoating it, no cap. Y'all just on his planet. Period. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is that people seem to act like they have forgotten that I was in a storm. I was standing in the middle of a storm, and I was being hit in every direction that you could possibly be hit. And I say this to say that, you know, I don't think I did it for no reason, though. I did it because I claim to be the mayor of this city, right? They asked me to do, Jermaine, we're going to do free concerts in the park. There's kids out here that don't have money to go see shows. I had 70,000 people in Centennial Olympic Park.
And I don't got love for JD because he acts like a sucker when he sees me. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, I'm not calling him a sucker, but it's just how he acts. Like he's just so bougie that he can't speak to a dude. And other dudes do it too, but I ain't here to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all know me. I've been in the game as long as it's been. I filmed you in the tunnel. Yeah, JD, I didn't see you. I always say you was one of the best DJs, special guest DJs in the tunnel. Always give you props. But you in the gym, you can't even say what's up.
Have you spoken to Jay-Z at all? Okay.
Yes.
What was that conversation like?
Same thing I just told you. Exactly. You know, I wanted him to not get lost in the sauce of whatever's being said as well, because I haven't spoken on it.
Right.
You know, I think that's the most important part of this, is that people have jumped to all kind of conclusions. Once again, be cocky, say what he want to say.
Right.
I don't control what he said.
Yeah.
I was actually in L.A.
Right.
celebrating my man Teddy Riley getting the star. Shout out to Teddy Riley.
Shout out to Teddy.
So, like, my conversation with him was the same thing. Listen, I ain't said nothing. I want to make sure that everybody understands that. And today, on the Big Tigger Show, I'm speaking and letting people know. He and I never had a conversation where he told me, don't do what you're doing.
Right.
What our conversation was that you know what side I'm on. I understand what you're doing. That's what the conversation was.
Gotcha.
Because everybody should, like I said, even when I was doing my press, I kept having to reiterate the fact that, guys, I'm not doing Super Bowl.
Right.
I'm doing shows in Centennial Olympic Park. And people just kept like, no, you're involved with the NFL. Because it's an NFL sanctioned thing, right?
I thought it was interesting to watch the dynamic of people defending Jay-Z and people coming for Jay-Z.
Same defenders was killing JD. Killing me. In the midst of all of this, I was like, man, I'm getting out of this. I can't. Right. I'm cool. I ain't. Oh, you looking just as bad as R. Kelly out here.
Wow. Whoa. Do you think it was a good idea for him to get involved?
Yes, I will say yes, because I was involved, and I feel like you can't change anything unless you get involved, regardless of whatever it is that you're involved with. No matter how bad it is, how tough it is, you have to be involved with something if you want to make a change in that something, right? I remember when the Grammys boycotted Janet, right? This is my girlfriend at the time, and I was the president
of the chapter here,
the nearest chapter here in Atlanta, right? And I quit because how can you be the president of something that boycotts your girlfriend and you can't do nothing about it, right? Right? And I quit because just that fact, you know, I was on the board, and I couldn't really change the fact that this is what y'all want to do. Right. So if it wasn't Jay-Z, it had to be somebody, you know. And that's what I was trying to do when it came here. I'm like, listen, I can't just by the way, I'm the only rapper in this city that's got a song called Welcome to Atlanta. And the Super Bowl comes to Atlanta, and I'm supposed to just turn my back.
Wow.
This ain't got nothing to do with nobody on the field, by the way. If this was, you know, what I was doing anyway. Right. What I was doing had nothing to do with anybody on that field. But I go back to that. Your question, yes, I feel like all these boards, as they get older, it's only a time when all of us are people that have this mind, or great minds, or want to use their minds to some good. You got to get in some of these boards and make some change. And, you know, we're going to have fights. We're going to argue, but it is what it is. It's not going to change unless you get in there and do the work.
You're motherfucking right, yo, cause I'm a nigga for life. You're motherfucking right, yo, cause I'm a nigga for life. I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, she's a nigga, we some niggas. Wouldn't you like to be a nigga too?
Who get it like the king go tell? Send a bunch of kids to the NFL. Who get it like the king go tell? Send a bunch of kids to the NFL.
Yeah, I brought you this new Snoop Dogg record, 2 do it like what's the name of it? Oh, do it when I'm in it. I'm sorry. Nah, but yeah, so it's a new Snoop record featuring myself, Slim Jimmy from Ray Shrimmer, and Ozuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Snoop Dogg. Matter of fact, y'all can get his new album. It just came out. Thank Me. That's the name of it. I want to thank me for coming up here.
Hey, man, I want to thank you, too. I want to thank both of y'all. Amen. Brand new Snoop Dogg.
Slip out, roll up, roll out, get mine, dip out. She had to come and give a real trip of taste. Out of pocket, never that stay in a stripper's place. Big round ass with some fat titties. And baby make magic when I'm in the city.